Anyone in the game. Not a problem.
Karen Wilson 1.
Well, when you consider the balls he's knocked in, that was a real bad sign that he's missed that.
1. Six. Seven. 14. 15.
Well, what a good pot on the red to the left, that left corner there. And he's off again. But this is down to a miss by Kyron Wilson.
22.
We can see it again, this pink.
23.
Well, O'Sullivan's just made 108, and the ball's aligned nice again. And as well as Wilson has played, he hasn't won yet.
$29. 30.
And this is where O'Sullivan has to keep his discipline. Can't afford to lose concentration and miss an easy one. So easy to do. Like the way he played that shot. Gave himself choice of 3 reds.
37. 38. 43. 44.
Let's be honest, it would be just like Ronnie O'Sullivan from 3-0 down to win the match with 4 centuries. He's not there yet, but he's certainly sprung to life just when he had to. It's already up to 50 here.
$50. 51. 58. 59.
Well, the pink goes easy enough. It's the red that he's concerned about.
So this is frame ball.
65.
Had that
66.
chance to win the 3rd frame. Had the chance to make the clearance, didn't make it. Wilson was in a very strong position at 3-0. He's still in a strong position now, but 3-2 with a couple of big breaks. pressure's on him now if he gets a chance in the next frame, because in this one he missed that simple
73.
ping.
Beautiful shot, bringing the red off the cushion, staying on the other red. This is the pink. Kyra missed. Maybe thinking about where he wanted to be on the next red.
Well, Ronnie O'Sullivan has his new novel out today. It's been published today. It's called Framed, and this match is turning into a real page turner, isn't it? Fantastic viewing. And Ronnie O'Sullivan supporters delighted to see him pull another one back in style, punishing that miss from Karen Wilson.
$93. $94.
So it looks like back-to-back tons.
$97. $99. $102.
Didn't they like that one?
Well, unless you're sat in the non-striker's chair, how can you not, really? I mean, this is just fantastic snooker. From 3-0 down, struggling, to this man playing well. O'Sullivan with back-to-back centuries.
117.
And Karen Wilson knows he can't afford to miss. He can't afford to make unforced errors, because O'Sullivan in the mood to punish. 108. Followed by 117. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Something from the break-off shot for his opponent. No, not very close. And immediately O'Sullivan with an early opportunity here. That looks a very thin snick to the middle bag, that one up the table. So he may look at something else. It really is thin. I'm sitting in the commentary box thinking that just a coat of paint if he goes for the cut.
Well, if he did attempt the cut, there would be a lot of speed on the cue ball, and wouldn't have much idea where it was going to finish up.
Now he's looking at something else. I would totally understand. Good shot as well. He didn't really play it half-heartedly, where he just got the cue ball down to the bottom cushion. He played it as if he fancied getting it and being on the blue.
$6.
He's changed his mind a couple of times here. Breaks all the rules in doing that, O'Sullivan. You're supposed to get up and
$7.
start the shot all over again, but he's managed to do it all his career. The black is now a missable one. Bit of pressure on this. I think he let out a little groan there.
40.
Knocking the red over the pocket away. Nothing easy here. Into a blind pocket. You can't see the opening of pocket on this shot. Oh, that's a really, really good shot.
15. 20.
Still not quite in prime position, even this shot. Hard to avoid any other reds in potting this one to the middle. Excellent.
21.
Beautiful cannon. Well, one more sort of 50-50 shot here, and all the reds are really there for him. If he knocks this in and gets on the blue, he should be away.
$29.
This is starting to shape up as the 896th century of O'Sullivan's career. Already he's made more than any other player.
34. 35.
And he believes he could get to the 1,000 before he's done.
All the shots are coming out now. Right hand running side around 2 cushions there.
42. $43. $50. 51. $58. 59. $66. 67.
Well, at the point of almost no return here, 67 the difference with that amount on. That's now become an irrelevance because O'Sullivan is going to win. And while I might have seen him play better,
74.
in fact I know I have in his career, I think, Clive, that his control has been
75.
absolutely exceptional. His safety's been good. His break building has been up there. Positional play, cue ball on a string. It's all been there, hasn't it? True class.
It has, and I think that this is
81.
his basic level of performance these days.
82.
He's not just playing well every now and again, he's playing well every match.
88. 89.
And the snooker public revels in the style and artistry with which O'Sullivan compiles these breaks.
94. 95.
So there we are, century number 896. Only another 104 to go before he reaches the 1,000.
The question of when that happens not if, for me. You were right, he called it quite an early stage, but as I say, when his cue ball is under such
107.
tight control, then you wonder where it can all go wrong.
109. Send the lights off, please.
It's a very difficult game, snooker, but Ronnie O'Sullivan can make it look ludicrously easy at times.
112. $116. 121.
The first two frames were shared and were relatively quiet. Robertson scored first with 44 in the third frame, but O'Sullivan took it with a run of 70, then one of 72. Made it 3-1.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
With that clearance.
Well, Matthew might be tempted with the red, but he could also put the cue ball to the top cushion. He's trying to drop it in for the black, and it wasn't that far away. But in playing that, he knew that he might be leaving things on here. That was high risk, really, at that pace.
A very positive shot choice, but it was risky. Could be costly.
One. Eight. Nine. $13. 14. 19. 20.
Well, that red that Matthew took onto the corners, you said wasn't an easy pot. It was of high risk, and he could have been at the table if it had gone in, but he isn't. Ronnie is.
27. 28. 33. 34. 39.
Yeah, nice little nudge there via the red onto the cue ball, which kept O'Sullivan in prime position, and he held his hand up in apology for that.
40.
Always part of the game. Always nice when you get in them. You get plenty of those against you, so just take them while they're there. And Ronnie might take these while they're there for a 2-0 lead. He's played on the plan to the back of the pack.
47.
117 points without reply so far. Selt still waiting for his first pod of the day.
48. 53. 54.
'It goes to 54. Going to split the reds. Oh, he's nuzzed them well. Yes, he's on one here to the right corner. He can come through for the black or hold for the pink.
59.
Just looking at the stats here, Phil, he's had 852 centuries, career centuries running. Could this be 853? It's
60.
impossible.
It really is a phenomenal statistic, isn't it? And who would bet against him making 1,000 before he packs away his cue for good?
Yeah, we were chatting with a couple of friends last evening. We think it will happen. If he
66.
plays for the next 3 or 4 seasons, there's no doubt he will go past 1,000.
67.
You never know. When he's done that, you just think, well, that's it. I've had enough now.
Well, this frame is well and truly over. Sell
70.
going for that tricky long red. Looking to attack, and that's
74.
fair enough. Little point trying to be defensive against O'Sullivan. You might as well try and take the game to him. It's not always going to pay off. It didn't on that
80.
occasion for Matthew.
81.
Yeah, I think just about got the angle to screw into these two reds, open them up. Yeah, well done. And you can make the come now.
88.
Okay, had a little bit of luck at the beginning of this break when he went into the pack and then finished
89.
on one to the left, but the rest has been superb, as always.
If he does make the century, it'll be his 29th of the season, just one less than he made in the whole of last season, so that's
97.
indicative of how well he's been scoring. And remember, he missed quite a few tournaments at the start of this new campaign. But he is a voracious scorer, and he's at it again here in Glasgow. Crowd enjoyed that.
104. 106.
Difference of 131 to take the second frame.
He's pushing reds into the open, so he better get a good cue ball.
Not that good.
This is where I think the O'Sullivan game has transformed in the last 4 or 5 years. The long game was always good. I think it's now up there almost with anyone in the game. Not a problem.
One.
It's such an asset, isn't it, to have a long game when you're as good as he is in the balls.
In winning the English Open a few weeks ago, O'Sullivan was right
4.
back in his prime form. He had a 98% pot success rate in the final. Only missed 6 pots all day.
5.
He's never played better than that.
You talk about ball striking, I talk about it regularly. Let me give you a little insight into the O'Sullivan technique, something that only really the trained eye would know about. Watch his right elbow when he plays a stun shot.
11.
I call it dropping it towards the floor, dropping it under the table. When he uses power,
12.
it's piston-like.
$19.
The theory behind it is keep a high right shoulder
and drop the right elbow. Everything else stays
20.
as still as he can. As I say, it's more in the power shots, it's recognisable. Played this to the inch.
26.
Straight in this red.
$27. $34. 35.
I wouldn't be in the least surprised if O'Sullivan finished off with back-to-back centuries following his 101 in the last frame. I think he's only
41.
just managed to hold for his intended red.
$42.
That was
49.
gorgeous. Little cannon. Watch the right elbow disappear.
50. $57. 58.
O'Sullivan made a couple of mistakes in the first two frames, but nevertheless won them.
64.
And once he's got on top, he's been absolutely ruthless.
65. $73. $79. All right, thank you. 80. $87. 88. $95. 96.
This crowd has had a treat. Nobody does it quite like Ronnie.
Yeah, a little cannon on the blue, or just drift past it. Everything working order.
111.
Wasn't at his absolute best before the interval, but since then it's been absolute genius.
113. 116. 120. 125. 131.
A trouncing Higgins. A wonderful display.